Well, I'm back. It's good to be back. Lucy just wants to play. So, darlings, if there's any new people here, thank you for coming and looking at my channel. I talk about my beautiful life here in country Ballarat, Victoria, Australia. I love to knit, crochet, do lots of hand things, and got a little dog, Lucy, and we share our life. My husband and I are retired, and that's what my channel's about, and surviving mental health issues as well, and the things that help me with anxiety might help you. Darlings, I've been sick. As you know, I felt like I needed a break from the channel, a break from the uploading. It's very run down after Christmas. Well, it got worse because I picked up a virus and I just got sick, coughing, temperature. Did the COVID test. No, it's not COVID. After about 6 days, I went to the doctor. It's a virus, she said. You need to fight this and shake it off. And I'll give you a couple of boxes of antibiotics if it's not gone in a couple of days. You know, take the antibiotics and they'll kick in. So I did that. Didn't get better. I got worse. Then my doctor came back off holidays, Christmas holidays, and I booked an appointment to see him. And yeah, I've got pneumonia. I've had pneumonia and I've still got it. So I'm on my 6th box of antibiotics now. And every 8 hours you have them. This is box number 6. I've had steroids. I've got another one as well that I take once a day for another 5 days. Different one. And I'm picking up. It has been 15 days of pure and utter hell. I never saw this coming. It was super busy before Christmas. My friend Lisa came down, Lisa Wonder S. She's a fellow YouTuber. She called past to see me. Fantastic. We had 2 weeks of fun. 2 weeks of where, you know, I showed a Ballarat and took her shopping and hung out. And then I got sick. Very sick. And that really affected me. It's affected me terribly because I'm not well now. As you know, I've got neutropenia. I get a lot of people telling me how to manage my neutropenia. To be quite honest, it really annoys me because it's something you can't see, because it's something you hide. People think you're fine all the time, but I'm constantly running on low energy all the time. And when I do extra things like going shopping and even just walking Ballarat, it wears me down. Unfortunately, that happened to me. And nothing is bringing it back at this moment. I've been extremely grateful for our courtyard, our home, for the fact of being able to have long hot showers, soak your feet in Epsom salts, doing all the right things. And the most thing I'm grateful for at the moment is I'm not coughing continually. I can actually breathe a bit now. It's still there. I've still got it. The last CT scan said that the pneumonia hadn't done it. The pneumonia hadn't caused any damage. But yeah, there was evidence that it was there. And it was still there. but it's going. It's taken 6 boxes of antibiotics for me. Most people would have 1 course of antibiotics, but mine's been 3. Seeing the doctor twice a week, CT scans, Bert having to do everything, not being able to get out of bed for nearly 2 weeks, apart from sit out here for 30 minutes at a time, back to bed. When you're sick, you feel so alone. I haven't seen Anna. She can't see me at the moment. She's rang me, I think, twice, maybe in 15 days. Can't see Lisa. Can't see my children or my grandchildren. But Simone still popped around. It's been very, very isolating and a sad start to 2026. So what have I been doing to keep myself occupied? Not much. Lots and lots of time with Lucy. So much time. Playing in the courtyard, because I feel like the garden heals me. It always does. I mean, I haven't even got earrings in. I haven't worn earrings for over 2 weeks. I've got nothing but the wedding band on. That I can't take any jewellery. I just don't want anything. Just feel unwell. Today's the first day I've put a dress on. In, 15 days. Been living in the nightgowns. But nature heals us. We know that. So it's important to get out in the fresh air. It's important to try and sit out in the warm sun. I'm lucky that it's summer here. And it has been really hot. We've had 30-something degree days, 40-degree days. But now we've got a cooler spade with around 20 degrees for a few days. I've got my crystal tiara on today. This is actual stones and crystals. It's quartz. And I think quartz is very healing. I've also got my mum's little quartz dog that's been next to me because I love to hang on to it. I get great sense of wellness from stones. So of course I've had my amethysts close to me too. And there is no doubt anything that nature has made, just feeling the grooves of it, feeling the weight of it, it brings you to the present and you realise how small and insignificant you are and how really your life doesn't make much of a difference at all. They're very dusty. I didn't get to clean them on the full moon, but it is what it is. I started a journal in this very pretty book, just from, I think it's from Officeworks, yes. Live Simply, Bloom Wildly, it says on the cover. My daughter Jacinta had one. It's stuck in my mind, it's so beautiful. I've decided to make this a wellness journey. And I've started with, I only started it yesterday, but anyway, I've started with, this book belongs to Tammy. I've been very sick with pneumonia, and that has prompted me to do this little journal about being healthy. I've had 6 boxes of antibiotics, 5 days on prednisolone, 5 days on erythromycin, plus Panadol and everything in between. And the first thing I start with, your health is your wealth, because truly it is. If you're healthy, you can do anything. Your body doesn't let you down, it just keeps going. But when you get ill, that's when you're reminded of the state of mortality. I've learned a lot of lessons in the past month really, but the last 2 weeks have taught me even more. One of the lessons I've learned is to have the luxury of your own home is the best place to recover in. Back in the olden days, they would say, go down to the seaside, recover by the sea. But I find my home fills my cup completely. The privacy and the sense of solitude that I have here has helped me heal 100% quicker than I think I would have had I been anywhere else. The luxury of having air cooling, air conditioning. We set this house up for our old age. The luxury of the garden that gives me so much joy, that is waiting patiently for me to be well again so I can prune my roses, potter around, baby steps. Another thing I've learned is days are long, but nights are longer. What I mean by that is I haven't been able to sleep, of course you can't. So I've been up 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, midnight, and I would come out here in the courtyard and I would do my deep breathing and I would do my Hoff coughing to clear the lungs out. Every couple of hours. The pain from pneumonia, I realised how painful it is. In the side, in the back, from the coughing. I'm so happy I didn't have to go to hospital because I didn't want to go to hospital. So I'm just filling out this with little cutouts from the Daphne diaries I read. And I'm going to keep writing in this. If you have any good advice about your health and what you think about your health, leave it in the comments and let me know what you think about this, about having a healing journal for not just your mental health, but for your body health too. I haven't ridden my exercise bike in 15 days. And it's the first time I've ever missed my exercise bike for more than a day in 5 years. Haven't played my piano in the same amount of time. It has been so sobering. Like I say, Bert has just been making me soup and I've been living on chicken soup, beef soup, custard, cream. That's all I've had for 2 weeks. I don't feel like anything heavy and I don't eat bread. That has been enough to keep me going. We only have 1 cup of pure coffee a day now. The rest is decaf, another 2 cups of decaf maybe, cup of tea. But water. And I've decided the doctors tell you to drink more water, so you get up and go to the little room to exercise. That's what I think. Because the amount of time I have spent in that little room, because of all the water I've drank, just ridiculous. So the journal's been wonderful. I love that. I've got lots of little things in here for my Daphne diaries that I keep things from the book, and I've got plans for them to use them to stick them in the book, to cut them out. And it's just something so easy to do and a little bit of fun, and you're creating something pretty. I've got washi tape as well to edge the pages to make it look a bit pretty. That's a Christmas one, but there's all different sorts in there. I love washi tape. Another thing I've been doing is reading my beautiful book here. I'll just put this down a minute. This is the Girl's Own book from 1929, the Girl's Own Annual. My darling Seth gave it to me before Christmas. He dropped that off. It was my present from Bert. So lots and lots of lovely stories to read in there, lots of things to soak up. And I haven't got far because my attention span is pretty much zilch. But I've got a little way. I have my bookmark in it and I'm getting a little way through it. So that's really wonderful. Another thing I managed to do, I finished it. Ben's blanket is totally finished. It's been washed, it's been blocked. And it's ready just for me to check through, to check there's no loose ends anywhere. And which it is, and it's turned out a beautiful size. Beautiful, beautiful size. Soft, lovely Bendigo wool. Gave me so much pleasure to make it. And in the end, the way I finished it was 3 rows a day because I'd got a lot of it done. So I concentrated on 3 rows a day to finish it off. So that's all my news, darlings, and just Happy New Year to you all. Thank you for being here. I don't know if I'll be doing shorts this year. I don't know what I'm doing this year. But for now, I just wanted to pop on, have a chat, and say I'm here, and it's wonderful to be back. Slow and steady. That's all we can do, darlings. And I'm sending you lots and lots of love from beautiful Ballarat. God bless, darling. Look after your health. Wear your masks. I won't be without mine now. Thanks so much for watching. Please leave me a comment. Till next week. As I said, I finished the blanket for Ben. And of course, the next step is washing it. Or blocking it, as they call it. So of course you wash it very gently in lukewarm water. Most of you already know this. I always let it sit for about 5 minutes to absorb all of the water first. Of course you give it a good rinse and a squeeze out, because that's the best way to make sure that you get all of the bubbles out. It takes a long time to get the water out. It's always the best feeling when you get to this stage. Then, of course, you fill the sink up again to give it a really, really good rinse. And I wanted to make sure that it was all done extremely well for Ben. Of course, it releases the fibre in the wool and makes it so soft. Bendigo wool made here in Australia from local New South Wales merino sheep is absolutely a beautiful wool. I got this one because it was machine washable, which means that it's been coated with a fibre so that it can be washed. But it is just beautiful. I always roll dry my knitted projects. It was a bit hard to do it with one hand, but you get the gist of what has to be done. It takes a couple of towels. Then I just blocked it using just some sewing pins because I didn't have anything else. I put a lovely edge on this. It was a crisscross border edge. I made sure all of the ruffles were facing out, of course. and I let it just sit and dry for a few days. And yes, it did take that long. I think it turned out really well, and I just hope that he loves it too.